Hello, everybody. It is me, MrGamingGuitarist, and I wanted to record some of these thoughts that I've been having, that just started up about maybe a few hours ago. I'm starting to notice that I'm kind of going through a musical breakthrough. And what I mean by that is it feels like, yes, 2020 has been a very shitty year for everyone, and absolutely myself. You could just look back at the videos of me fucking crying, and when I say crying, for those that don't, I mean actual fucking tears and sobbing. I've been through a lot of shit. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, I noticed on my top 5 most listened to artists of 2020, 3 out of the 5 are people that I never even began seriously listening to before 2020. And the fact that I was able to listen to these 3 particular bands / artists for the first time, and have those 3 be my top 3 of my top 5 most listened artists on Spotify. That's a kind of a big deal, and I guess it's a sign of me getting older, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Maybe wiser is the better option. Better choice thing to say about that. But what I'm trying to say is, I'll tell you. Okay, so number 5. Okay, I'll tell you what my list was. My number 5 most listened to artist / bands, terms interchangeable. Number 5 is the Foo Fighters. That's not a big surprise, because I've been listening to Foo Fighters for years, and anyone that has known me for a while knows that Foo Fighters are one of my absolute favorite bands ever. So, yeah. Number 4 is Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers as well, and I've been listening to them for quite a long time too now. And now this is where things get interesting. This is when I said 3 that I didn't even start listening to until 2020, and yet these 3 ended up being in my top 3. Number 3 is Lana Del Rey. That's kind of a big surprise, because I don't know what it is. It's just I'm starting to discover music that's starting to resonate and hit me in a different way than all the classic rock did when I was a teenager. I'm just hearing sounds that I can relate to, and it's not the exact same thing that I'm used to, but I like it. And that's when I started to realize, wait a minute, most of these okay, fuck it, I'm getting off to a tangent. I'll just explain to you now what the next one is. Okay, so number 2 is Billie Eilish. Now, that should not be a surprise, because I have been championing her and her brother Phineas ever since I started listening to her. I was a Billie Eilish denier. I was like, why do I keep seeing her on my YouTube feed? She's a modern artist. Get her the fuck out of here. And then, that's the thing. That was my mindset, just because I'm just, based on the way I came to love classic rock music, the way I came to be a guitar player, the way I grew up. I had the stupid mentality of, if there's no such thing as a new artist that can blow my mind and make me love them. I thought, when I was a teenager back in the days in 2007, when I was, doing all my listening on iTunes, paying 99 cents for every song, and then listening with my iPod Nano. It's hard to say that is a bygone era, but it really is now. Oh, goodness. Anyways, yeah, so Yeah, so Billie Eilish is number 2, and good gravy. How the hell is she this talented, this great, and only... Is she even 19 now? I don't know. Well, it's just mind-blowing. Like, the things that she's coming out with sound like someone that is, like, well in their prime. Like, think of, like, Kiss during Alive 2, or Van Halen during 1984, or, I don't know, like, Nirvana during Nevermind, or Red Hot Chili Peppers during Blood Sugar Sex Magic. It's just, or Foo Fighters during, Color and the Shape, and There's Nothing Left to Lose. It's like, and all she did at the time was just one EP, which was Don't Smile at Me, and then her album, which, launched her into the stratosphere. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? That is my favorite album of all the albums that I listened to that were released in 2019. That is my number 1 favorite album of 2019. Anyways, so then my number 1 most listened to artist of all time, I'm sorry, my most listened to artist and or band from 2020 is Paramore. And okay, now I can turn off the heater. Okay, because the heater doesn't work in my house anymore, so I have to bring this little portable space heater thingamabob. Anyways, you don't want to know about that. So what I wanted to mention was, so it was Paramore, and it's so funny because Paramore was a band where it's like, wait a minute, this is new music, because at the time during that iPod Nano era, it was like 2007. I was thinking, they can't be. There's no way I'm going to listen to them. They're new. There's no such thing as good music after the year 2000. That is what my dumbass mentality was when I was 13 years old, just getting into guitar playing, just getting into rock music. It was, and now I'm kicking myself because, I could have been a giant Paramore fan this entire, for 10 years, but I wasn't. So I was learning about them. And subsequently, I just wanted to tell you guys right now, now that 2020 is pretty much over, almost over, I think it's safe to say that Hayley Williams' solo album, Pedals for Armor, that is my absolute number 1 favorite album of 2020. It is so fucking good. I can't even describe how much I love it. It's like that meme where it's like, this is just right. Yeah, it's just right. Anyways. Yeah, that's pretty much, I just want to say this because it's like I don't even know what title I'm going to make for this video, but because it's just such a random, just press record and just start talking. Guess that's every video. But that's pretty much all I gotta say. It's like the older as a 26-year-old, and it just sounds weird to say that, but it's true, because I take a look at what I was doing before, all those years ago, where I am now. Yeah, I am an older person. I'm not old, but, it feels like time has passed, and have lived through one era, and I'm now part of another, at a different age. Anyways, yeah, so... Just to recap, number 1, my top 5 most listened to bands / artists of 2020 according to my email from Spotify. Number 1 is Paramore. Number 2, Billie Eilish. Number 3, Lana Del Rey. 4, Red Hot Chili Peppers. 5, Foo Fighters. And by the way, I cannot wait for fucking Medicine at Midnight. That's going to be oh, yes. And the way Dave Grohl talks about it, he says it's going to be like a Foo Fighters vibe of like the David Bowie Let's Dance album. And I didn't really understand it, but then when I heard the song Shame Shame for the first time, I was like, oh yeah, I kind of get what he means by that. It's you know, like a different kind of energy. Still Foo Fighters, but got its own thing going on. So anyways, that's all I gotta say. That's it. Sorry if this video is boring, but I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.